Good evening, boys and girls, and everything in between. We are here for another night of clown gaming action in Lotus Gardenia League. I'm here, Shot Duck, once again, and I've got Kills with me. Did I pronounce that right?
Yes, you did. How's it going, everybody? We are into draft today for week six of the LNL league, and we already got some bands going down. Yon, Victor, Leona on one side,
Sounds
Lilia,
about
and
right.
Vex. These are all pretty obvious bands going down for these teams.
Yeah, the Victor, the Yone are pretty consistent for Demandus. I know Batman hates Trundle and Lilia, so as soon as he sees those on the played list, that's happening too. This
Vex
is
is not a
all
pick we see a lot anymore, do we? We don't see Vex being able to be played.
No, but since it's been the off season, my sense of so much of the meta is completely messed up. I'm just getting back in the swing.
We got Lilia picked up on the side of CDU.
Lulu.
Lulu, my bad, not Lilia. Very similar, but not the same. Capedogs picking up the Lulu.
Lulu's pretty strong right now. I've been hearing a lot of good things, people hating playing against her. I just picked up the prestige skin with the prestige points.
Yeah, Lulu is one of my least favorite champions to play against in the bot lane because she's just so oppressive with polymorph, and any picks that go with her can just become so strong. But the Jin Morgana matchup is a good one into the Lulu, in my opinion.
So what role do you usually play? I should
I
probably know this.
I am a bot laner. I play ADC.
Okay. So with Lulu coming into prominence, and I guess there's the answer, Tristana. I was going to ask because she was always there to enable hyper carry bot lanes, like it was Kog'Maw, or Vayne, etc. So is that still the case, or is Lulu more generally pickable these days?
Lulu can be Lulu can honestly be picked with a lot of different matchups, but she still does excel in those. Um, Picking one person to perma buff for the rest of the game, and the Tristana is going to be able to succeed in that regard.
We have the names switched up. Is that actually Sejuani picked by a non-Batman player?
That is exactly what I was thinking when it got picked as well.
The Tristana, the Sejuani, is a strange one. But the gangplank is business as usual for Pink Haze.
Oh, this is one of Jesse's favorite champions. Is the Gangplank? He loves playing it. He is so strong on it. He can be got behind 0-4 and still be relevant in the game. I love to see this pick out of him.
He had a bit of a rough time in game two versus Ghost Riders a couple weeks ago. Didn't have too much of a chance to pop off, but that game two was very scrappy all around.
It was all over the place. A Nunu ban and a Veigar ban coming out respectively from both sides. I'm not surprised seeing a Nunu ban against Batman.
So I do kind of like this strategy. They figured they took away the Sejuani, the Trundle, the Lilia are banned, even if Batman doesn't super play him. So they're trying to force Batman onto something suboptimal.
Yeah, I
To
agree.
Yeah, to just shut down his enabling of the whole team because he's such like a key component of getting everyone started.
100%, and I'm not surprised seeing even another ban going on him with the Zac ban. Picking up the Sejuani and going 1-2 right onto jungle is such a good idea. He
Yeah.
does still have a Jarvan that he could play here. I would be surprised if they didn't pick jungle. And yeah, there's the Jarvan pick.
Yeah.
That is not too surprising. He is still very good on it.
Yep.
So currently they're saving the counter pick for Demandus to see what he wants to play.
And it's a fantastic idea with such a safe blind pick like Gangplank. That the lane can sometimes go rough, but the champion does come into his own eventually, that's a very blindable champion. And so that frees up mid lane for the counter pick, and there's great Demandus champions like Silas still totally open.
Yeah, the Silas is going to be a pick that I would not be surprised that he picks. I do want to see what the mid matchup would be though before saying anything. And the Mundo into the Gangplank seems kind of like a weird pick. It's not. It's a pretty even matchup, which is not what you'd want into a Gangplank. You don't want something that's early even.
Yeah, he doesn't have a chance to like really abuse early weakness of Gangplank, but he also doesn't get bullied out of lane. Like he takes Doran Shield and Second Wind, and the Q harass just doesn't exist anymore. He just out heals all of that, so he can kind of do what he wants, which is what Mundo specializes in. So it's up to them to really make that a thing. And then yeah, right on cue, there's the Silas.
The Silas and Orianna picks, not surprising from either one of them. With these comps rolled out, what are we thinking here?
This looks like a ton of comfort for the clowns. Like just up and down the board, even with Batman being targeted so much, Demandus getting 2 bans as well. It's like Jin Morgana is a strong bot lane. They've just got strong lanes across the board. I really like what's going on there.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I think honestly they're gonna try and play through bot lane, get induced ahead on this Jin. The Gangplank can play super safe top and be a weak side and still contribute with his ult and even like a TP or something like that. So I think he can just kind of get ignored. I want them to really try and play through bot and scale up that Jin.
It's so easy to play through bot too. Like the Morg catch, the Jin catch, anything like they really just make it so super easy. After level 6, mid lane becomes brain dead simple also. Um, but bot lane should be pretty.
All right, we are now. I am very excited to see how these team fights play out afterwards because it could really go either way, and I feel like CDU still got a good draft off with their bot lane. I think they're in the same boat, honestly. I think basically whatever bot lane can get ahead first is just winning this.
Yeah, it's they've got definitely a lot of tools. I don't think they have the greatest combos for Oriana to ult onto. Like Sejuani's gonna dive in, but that's pretty much it. She can kind of enable Mundo. Um, if Mundo gets ahead, I think Induced is going to be kind of miserable on the Jin, um, which could cause some big problems. And I guess in general, with Mundo stacking a ton of health, if he gets going, there's not much that anyone can do about that. So they're going to have to be careful there.
Yeah, my only worry with them is are they going to be lacking in damage? If the Tristana does not get ahead, can they do anything to kill anyone?
Yep, agree.
But that is something we will see. I think it is a fair risk to go off putting all your eggs into one basket if it works.
Yeah, and a big component of that, do they have enough damage question, is just that the the draft from Clown Gaming is fairly squishy. Like Batman's gonna be tanky, like bruiser tanky on Jarvan, but that's really it. So they're gonna have their work cut out.
Yeah, I also a lane that we have not talked about is the mid lane. The Silas Orianna matchup. The Orianna should really be poking out the Silas in this lane. But if she does not get enough damage down early, Silas wins after 6, I think. I believe at least.
I trust Amanda's to know the matchup because I know like if I'm playing mid, I'm a mid laner, so I get poked out by Oriana before I can make stuff happen. But he's gonna play super aggressive, level 1, level 2, go for all ins to kind of establish himself. I'm really curious to see summoners. I think an aggressive Oriana playing Ignite um, would do really well into it, but I suspect she's going to end up taking teleport to go for more of the team play.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if she goes for a teleport here. It's it's just standard at this point, at least until next patch. Um,
Is that
but
next patch all those TP
I
nerfs?
I believe it is next patch, or at least the start of the season patch, which is the next patch coming out.
Which really is ridiculous. I hate how much changes there are in the season starting patch instead of changing stuff in preseason. Like, come on.
Yeah, they could have done it a patch earlier. It's such a they say they think it's such a small change, but it's changing the whole meta. Now going Ignite or Barrier or something instead of TP, it's going to be a completely different game.
Yeah. But all right. So we are in spectator delay. It's a perfect time to take a break so we can get everything all synced up and get everything ready to go in game. So don't go anywhere. Well, get some water, get a beer. It's a good week off. And we will be right back. 11, 12, 14. Oh,
I'm at 20. Want to pause?
okay.
Yes.
Okay, I'm back at 10. All right.
3,
3, 2,
2.
1. Unpause. Okay. Welcome back. We are all loaded in, and based on this mini map, it looks like we're getting a 5-point from both sides.
Pretty standard. Neither of them really have good in early invades, so we're just gonna kind of dance it out, get some poke out from the Orianna, and just kind of play our game.
Yeah, everyone's matching up. That is a really cute Tristana. Hextech one with her little hat. I like it.
I've never seen that before until this game. It's a skin I've always been grinding for, but will never achieve.
Minions have spawned.
So, let's play the fun little game. Where will we see first blood happen first?
I'm betting bot lane. I think it's just too easy. So, and especially with Batman starting topside, that's the perfect choice.
I agree 100%. I think it is going to be the bot lane. I'm questioning what they're doing. I saw them hitting the blue buff off the Jhin and Morgana.
I guess a fake leash because they want Jhin to come into lane a little bit low on mana. I didn't see if he had any poke on the Tristana and the river when they ran into each other. That might just be them trying to throw them off.
That's genius.
There's
with
a
Batman.
gank in mid. Silas gets the chain. Batman misses the knockup. He's autoing. He's under tower. Oh, God, that's first blood to Orianna.
That is just so tilting to see. It was such a good idea too with the fake leash and the early level 2, but just
but here's the Vandus. Getting that red buff right back.
That's the best case scenario in that situation. It was a bad play overall from Batman there, especially because of the waste of the flash. But getting the kill back does help.
That's a really rough start for Batman. That feels bad when you lose that initial buff. But he's right back at it, level 2, doing his buff, trying to catch back up.
It's gonna hurt overall for his clear speed. He's gonna miss out. I would not be surprised if Sejuani goes straight top knowing that Batman won't be there.
Yeah, she went for a full clear, except for Krugs. She hates the Krugs, but that's understandable. I suspect we're about to see her dash over the wall, and she's gonna go for top. Ooh. It's early 2021 all over again. That's a Skull Crab going down.
Yes, both Skull Crabs are getting taken. One top, one bottom.
Batman looping back around mid. Bot is pushed in and mid's pushed up. She has flash. There's the flash over the Jarvan Q.
Much better gank this time. We are looking at a gank top from the Sejuani like we called.
Alright, and Jesse flashes away. Not bad.
Definitely not the greatest, but if it saved his life, that is okay. Some poke down in mid lane.
Alright, so Batman is sneaking in. He's about to... Ooh, there's a flash in from Morgana. The Jarvan knockup. Lulu's ignited. Induced gets the kill.
That was a really good W from Induced, and plus a nice kill from Demondis in the mid lane. That just on us so low.
Yeah, camera didn't even show Demandis getting that one. Nicely done.
2 fights happening at the same time. Always a fun time on the Summoner's Rift.
And he hasn't even gone back yet, so that's not even flexing the advantage he had from that early kill.
No, that's just poking. Good knowing the matchup.
Yeah.
Do not give Demandus Silas. He will make you regret it.
A whole lost chapter and 2 control words. So I'm curious how long those control words are going to be in his inventory. But let's see.
Probably the whole game.
Yeah.
Now, is the Silas going to get out of the lane? He has a 2-kill advantage and a lot of gold on him over the Orianna. Is he going to spread his lead or try and just push Orianna out?
Ooh. Goodness gracious.
It looks like he's trying to push Orianna out.
Oh, but he hits level 6 and steals the Sejuani ult. That was such fantastic timing, because Sejuani's still only level 4.
That was so smart of him, too, to be able to upgrade that quickly and stop the gank from happening, or else he could have died there.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Sejuani ult has a decent AP ratio, because they never expect anyone to actually build her AP, so it's got an okay ratio, and I would kind of love to see him just go fishing with it.
Yeah, that's going to do some damage later if he picks it up later on in the game.
Yeah, I think even with, even under tower, I think he has enough damage now that he could, with the long range Sejuani ult, since it does more damage if it travels farther. I think he could get the glory, but oh, there he goes. He was listening to me. But he gets the kill.
Does get the kill. Can he kill Sejuani? This is a 3-level difference between them.
Yeah, his W cooldown was about to be back up, so Sejuani just walked right away. That's not going to get any better for this Orianna.
No, it is not. Bot lane is a lot more tame than I expected this game. Just kind of farming it out, getting some poke down.
I know, right? We built it up so much. we called so much like shenanigans afoot. And then it's just been the most straightforward lane.
Yeah, all of the pressure that's been going down is the mid lane, the lane we didn't talk about at all. I was not expecting this much power from the Silas this early.
So that's a good early dragon. We've got Chemtech coming up next, which means we are free from Chemtech Soul.
Thank goodness, that is the worst soul in the game. I will stand by that to the day I die. I hate Chemtech Soul map.
Oh yeah.
So unfun to play.
Yeah, I don't understand how that made it to live. That's just ridiculous. So Mundo went for an all-in up top. He popped his ult and everything, and now he's getting a 3-man gank. Sejuani's here, but Sejuani's still level 5, so she has not a lot of health. Gangplank ult goes down. Silas dashes in, gets the chains, but pops the Mundo passive. There's the Jarvan ult, and Jesse gets the kill.
Yeah, I did not see Mundo having a chance of living there at all. Probably good that they didn't waste anything. But yeah, overall, good gank by Clown Gaming there.
Yeah, once, I think there was very small windows for optimizing, like flashing over one form of CC and then just walking away with the Mundo passive. But didn't happen.
Yeah, but also the Jarvan Cataclysm doesn't get affected by the Mundo passive. It's still locked in there.
Fight in bot lane. Morgana's low. She's ulting, but now Induced is taking down the Lulu. Thinking about it. Oh, and he gets the flash. But now the curtains are called. There's the Lulu ult. 3, 4. Oh, Lulu lives with 78 health.
Oh, what a flash by Induced. That Lulu flash, not necessarily the original. But worked.
Yeah. And Orianna shows up too late to really do anything about it. She's catching farm.
She's just happy to be there.
Yeah, taking that farm is probably suboptimal. That's
I think she was holding the wave.
yeah.
Looks like
True. Batman's coming in top. Oriana's getting all in by Demandus mid. As soon as she got back from bot lane.
I don't understand why she walked that way. Her walking that way is just wanting to get caught there.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Super
she
disrespectful.
I don't know if she thought that she has Ronnie with her or something, but oh, Demandus is trying.
She's got Lulu and Sejuani here. But I think he kills Oriana even if they go in 3v1.
Yeah, I think he's just greeting right now. Overall, let's look at our player gold. Look at the bot lane player gold. The difference between Jhin and Tristana is so much already. 1,500 gold difference towards the way of induced.
2 kills and 2 plates taken.
And 40
and now
CS up.
A third plate just going down. Oh.
It is just not fun for that Tristana.
Especially trying to farm under tower with Lulu going to protect the mid lane. I don't even see how Tristana walks up after this, but they've only got 500 gold, so backing now is completely useless.
Yeah.
But, like, they probably need it to save their lives.
And let's not forget, this is the Tristana that all the eggs are in this basket. They've got the Oriana, they've got the Lulu to buff this Tristana that is already almost 2k gold down and is getting ulted under tower.
Alright, Lulu blocks the Jhin ult successfully. Batman is hunting them. Coming in here. They've got her trapped under turret. They've got a minion wave here. So she dodges the Morg Q, dodges the Jarvan EQ, ults. Batman's taking tower shots, but then Morgana gets the kill. Oh, and
That's just a free kill.
yeah.
This Silas is just too strong for this Oriana.
Gosh. So what do you think she could do about it? Honestly, at this point, is there a safe lane they could rotate the Oriana into?
Yes, the safe lane right now is just to put her bot lane, get her into the side lane and start farming. It's the long lane now, so she should be safer. And both teams should basically transition their bot lane into the mid lane. And hopefully she'll be able to safe farm down there.
That looks like exactly what's going on.
I can 100% see Demandus just still trying to bully her and push further and further up.
Yeah, he doesn't want anything to do with the 2v1 lane in mid, so Induced is rotating over there, and we're going to see him go bot. That's a pretty safe bet. So we've got a Mountain Rift. Nice, clean, honest Mountain Rift. I don't know that it does much for either of the teams. Actually, no. CDU has some tanky boys that could benefit from the stats.
That is exactly what I was going to get into. That actually might be a good win condition for them. If they're actually able to get some of these dragons, they could get shields on their carries to survive, and on their tanks.
You know, I did not notice when Sejuani picked up the Rift Herald.
Honestly, I did not see this either.
God, more plates picked up by Induced. That gold lead is disgusting. He's got a completed Gale Force to just a new Quiver.
He is 2,200 gold up on the Tristana, but a fight going down.
Yeah. Yeah, here's a teleport in from Demandus. Jarvan's on the Lulu. There's an ult onto 2 in the mid. Silas gets 2. Here's the Jhin ult. Oh, the Morg W takes out Lulu, and Demandus is between 2 turrets, looking for the Ori. Doesn't get it.
Demandus is so strong. Once we saw the TP come in from the Silas there, we kind of just knew the fight was going to be over. That was a good chance for CDU to actually do something. It was a 4v2 at the start of the fight.
And that's where we see they're lacking in damage.
Yeah.
At this point of the game.
they were not able to finish anybody off before the TP could come in.
And I say at this point in the game, but they're also down 9,000 gold at 14 going on 15 minutes. So you're gonna be lacking in damage no matter what if you're down that much.
Yeah, it's rough. Every single lane is down in gold, at least by 1,000. The support difference is 2,000 gold. ADC's 2,500. Mid's 2,500. It's just all across the board. Entirely.
Lane's not horrendous.
No, you're right. It's not.
They need
that's
to get...
the most.
Sorry, go on.
That's the most surprising thing is the gold difference. Mundo is up 20 CS against the GP, which is surprising, and the GP gold generation from his passive is really keeping him in there.
Okay, so here's going to be a gold. They finally got Tristana some alone time to push a lane, and they're dropping the Herald. So they should pick up a bounty. Oh god, they're not going to get that turret. Because that's kind of what they need for this big gold swing. They've got bounties active since it's such a comedic gold difference at this point of the game. So Cloud needs to make sure they're playing clean enough that they don't start giving up turrets. I could see some big value in trading a dragon for a herald just to get that bounty gold, or even going in to try to suicide to steal a dragon. Like, the upside to getting the steal is so high.
Yeah, the bounty gold from the dragons is just so much. Stealing dragons at this stage in the game, it almost feels like a win con. Like, any win, if you're trading 1, even 2 lives for this dragon, 100% worth it.
So let's see where the setup is. I mean, Clown has 3 control wards, and they have the entire bot side of the jungle completely covered in vision. Their setup for this dragon is almost shockingly good.
Yeah, there's almost no vision from CDU. I understand they can't like push out, but the vision that they do have down, they need to be able to defend that vision. They've got a ward in this bush. They really need to defend. This is the most important bush in the game, and it is already getting taken.
Yeah. Yeah, Demandus even moves up his vision game a little bit further, a little bit more. Does get taken out right away. But there's just no way for CDU to walk up.
Yeah, this dragon's just going to cleanly go over to Clown Gaming at this point. It's... the entire side of that map is theirs entirely.
So we're looking at a 22 minutes, which is pretty good. Pretty fast. Mundo is going to take this tower down, though.
That's going to be huge for them. That is...
That's a chunk of damage. Jarvan's on the Sejuani, though. He's got induced there, and the 4th shot just takes her out. Silas solos the Orianna. For some reason, brain didn't word right there. But yeah, the Orianna goes there.
All right, Gale Force dodging that.
Dodge
almost
the ukulele.
Just easy takedown on the Mundo there. It almost felt like a comedy there just to dodge that for no reason.
Silas using the Orianna ult to clear a wave.
We've officially hit the 10k gold difference mark at 18 minutes. And they're even going to stop them from getting more gold generation by taking this Herald.
I mean, we've
It's
got
just...
4 towers to 1, 3 dragons to 0, 1-for-1 Rift Heralds.
Yeah.
This
It's
is just
hard-
about how cleanly Clown can this game.
Yeah, it's hard to find a way for CDU to come back into this, but that is our job. So how can they come back into this? It's going to be all about playing safe, being able to move your vision up to where you can and defend it, and then catch as many waves as possible without dying.
Yeah, they've got to try to find a way to retake their side of the jungle so they can capitalize on this mid and bot lane that are going to be pushing into them nonstop.
Yeah.
there is no safe way for Demandus to get minions. And same for probably Jesse, since it looks like Induced is heading up towards top. No, Gangplank's staying up there, and Induced is just taking red top.
I will say CDU is doing good, exactly what I wanted them to. They did clear out some vision on the bot side of the map and put in pinks more forward towards the Dragon Pit. Now they need to work on the top side of the map towards Baron, because I assume that is going to be the next Clown Gaming objective. They could just force anything at this point.
Nice dodges from the Mundo. Does get Jarvan ulted for his trouble. There's a Sejuani ult onto Batman. Batman's low. He flashes out. There's a flash out from the Morgana. That's too low, but they blast Cone out of there. Now Mundo's low. He gets Lulu ulted. Jesse takes out the Sejuani on the back end of it.
Tristana
Batman goes down. Tristana's free firing, but she gets jumped on by Sylas. Now here's a Jhin ult coming through. Demandus gets his chains cooled down. The curtain call takes out 2. And that is 5 for 1 on that team fight.
It was looking so good for CDU there. The Mundo was just absolutely running over Batman, the Morgana, and the Jarvan, but wasn't able to do enough. And honestly, once the Sylas got to that fight, it just seemed hopeless.
Yeah, the 6-0 Sylas just comes walking in, and the amount of damage he spews out is... there's just nothing they can do about it. Their best chance there was if they did manage to take out Batman and Morgana at the very beginning before they got that blast cone out to safety. If they had managed that, they could have pulled off the 5v3 team fight, but yeah, that was all downhill from there.
I'm expecting this Herald to just go down in one of the side lanes and them to try and push in for gold. The play, honestly, is to probably throw it mid and then go for the Soul. But they also could open up bot for Baron. They have many plays they could go for.
If I'm being completely honest, on this Wednesday evening, I suspect the Rift Herald to go down when Batman's trying to sweep. Oh no, he is pushing mid.
He did sweep right afterwards. Honestly, I'm not surprised. Demandus is getting hit up right here.
He gets caught with a Sejuani ult, but just walks away, and Sejuani gets her own ult thrown back at her. Oh my god.
Oh my
That's a nice
goodness.
4-man Orianna ult, but the damage is just way too big. Ori does get 1,000 gold shut down off Demandus, but I think that's too little too late as mid inhibitor goes down.
Yeah, he needed to kill her about, or she needed to kill Demandus about 22 minutes ago for this to be worth anything.
This looks like they're pushing for game, and I don't think Mundo can stop them.
I don't think so either. I think this is going to be an easy Clown Gaming win at 20-55.
23-4, 14k gold difference.
It was an absolute sweep right there. There was no way for them to come back, in my opinion.
Yeah, that was just absolute strangulation. Once they got ahead, there was no chance back at it.
I was a little scared there too. Once Batman dove under tower and literally just free inted for no reason.
Yeah,
I was a little scared.
1. Or no, he was level 2. Yeah, level 2 was a little sketchy, but it was uphill from there. Jesus, the damage charts are absolutely ridiculous. Mundo did the most damage on CDU, but he was at 9,300, where Induced was at almost 14k, Sylas almost 13, and Jesse at 12. Whew. That was, yeah.
Yeah, we just need to kind of, I think the way that they're going to bounce back from that is just forget that game ever happened. That was a warm-up game for them. They need to come back strong. And please ban the Sylas.
Yeah. Yeah, I would give up Victor. I would give up Yone before the Sylas. Even if you're just looking at the Lotus stats, Demandus Sylas is absolutely disgusting. His KDA on that champion is absurd.
He's extremely strong on the champion, and I think they really should stray away from trying to ban Batman out, Drop the jungle bans. Put him something he's comfortable on, because even if he's comfortable on something, you don't know what he's going to do. But if you just take away some of Demanda's best picks, you might actually have a better shot.
Yeah, if they go in with like 3 first-round bans against Demandus and honestly show a willingness to go 5 bans against him, or to make him pick first rotation, so they can try to get a better matchup. I suspect we're going to see that counter pick given to mid once again.
Yes. We're unsure of what side our side selections for this game.
We're seeing it. Yeah, we're seeing in lobby. That's the word. That it is going to be Clown on blue and CDU on red.
Okay, so yeah, I would expect. Honestly, I think Clown Gaming should pick a blue 3 mid lane pick and look to ban out so they don't get the 5 banned.
Well, so we will see once we get into draft, but for the moment, we are going to take a brief break. Very brief, because they're starting to get started. But just a minute. We will be right back. Welcome back, folks. We are here for draft in game 2 of CDU versus Clown Gaming. The sides have switched up. Clown's on blue and CDU's on red, but we are dropping bans fast and heavy. I am Shot Duck once again here with kills.
I'm looking at these bans and I'm already worried that CDU is falling into the trap of just banning what they lost to. Because they banned the Silas, which is a good ban. They should have banned the Silas, but then they banned the Jarvan, which I don't believe was the problem.
No, yeah, agree. Fully agree.
But they do come out with the Yone ban, which is a good ban versus Demondis. We don't want to see his Yone.
I believe what happened is CDU switched around role because it looks like the same people in the lobby, but I think they're in different order because the jungle bans are completely different. Looking at the Graves and the Kha'Zix instead of the Lilia.
That is true. Who knows what they're doing? But if that's the case, I would love to see something different. The Victor pick does get picked up.
Yeah, the Victor that we were just talking about, the official the official League of Legends Twitter account wished Victor a happy birthday today.
Happy
we
birthday.
don't Yeah, we don't know if this is the day the champion was released or if in canon this is his like lore birthday. But either way, happy birthday.
Let's see if Demondis can bring Victor some good birthday presents. We have a Nautilus pickup on CDU side. Are we going to see a heavy engage comp from the bot lane? I would like to see
something
them
totally different.
Oh, absolutely. Annie.
Oh no.
I don't know what this Annie pick is. I will be honest.
I can already hear Paco cursing.
I don't think he
Annie
likes playing
pickup.
against this champion.
Yeah, it's what I like about CDU's first two in draft right now is just ease of execution. There is not a lot of complex moving parts. They just have really simple press a button and go.
I induced picking up the most boring champion in the game, Misfortune. Literally stands there and presses one button. I would not be surprised if they picked up Leona here. That is one of Wistom's best champions, is the Leona. Always banned against him. Not this game, though.
So yeah, it was banned in game 1.
But they pick up the Zac
pickup. All right, the early Batman pickup.
That's surprising, especially if they want to go with the Misfortune Leona comp. They should ban it out now that they don't show it.
Yeah, I would guess the safe bans we're going to see out of CDU are Gangplank and Leona. We'll see what they pick up. Covering a Nocturne.
Was the Gangplank that big to where they ban it? I guess it was.
Well, it's not locked in yet. But that could also be because when it's someone who doesn't play top lane frequently, if they switched around roles, if it's someone who is like off-rolling top lane, Gangplank is kind of weird to play into, like knowing how much to care about the Q poke, how to micro with taking out the barrels. It's really interesting, and so I do like the Gangplank ban because they also that just dropping Jesse down one tier from his champion.
Yeah, I agree, especially if they are switching up their jungler and top laner. Then the Gangplank getting him off something is probably for the best. They do not go for the Leona ban. They ban out Morgana. The Leona is still open, which is so surprising to me.
Yeah, Leona is just so much better of a combination for Misfortune than Morgana. Like the Morgana gives that catch, and Wisdom played it fantastically in game 1. But like, just it's such a good combo with Misfortune. Why leave it up? The Leona, rather.
Yeah. An Ashe pickup coming out. The Ashe Misfortune lane. I cannot say I have played it a lot, but the Leona pick, that's exactly what we were expecting.
So how do you feel, because you're a bot lane, how do you feel about Ash's place within the meta right?
I don't think she's very good. That's why I'm slightly confused about the pick. She is. If their bot lane is struggling like they were last game, I can see them going for a more supportive bot lane with Nautilus Ashe, which is fine. And they should give counter pick to the top lane, which they did, to have them carry, as they were the strongest point of their team last game.
Ooh,
And they
taking
go
the
for
Fiora
Fiora.
into Aatrox.
That is such a good matchup for the Fiora. The Aatrox should not be able to do anything this game.
Yeah. Yeah, they've definitely given themselves the tools to succeed in this game. Neither side is lacking damage. There is damage all over the place.
This game should be so exciting. I'm really hoping that CDU plays through top lane this game, as that Fiora Aatrox match is so good for Fiora, and that was their brightest spot of their team last game. So if they can get that ahead, I can easily see this Fiora running down the Victor, Misfortune, any part of that team.
Yeah, even if it's just like one or two ganks to get her started at the very beginning, if Fiora gets rolling, that's a snowball I don't plan for.
Yeah, I think overall this draft, it looks weird. On paper, Clown Gaming definitely won draft. They got the Misfortune, they got the Leona, and the Victor. These are all good scaling team. They have such a good team fight. Overall, I think Clown Gaming won this draft. But, there's a huge but. CDU has obvious win potential.
Yep.
And that's really good to see. Especially after such a bad game last game. They need to have something to play off of, and they do. So I'm hoping that they are able to find that.
Yeah, and I like, other than the Fiora is hopefully a comfort pick for this top laner. CDU did go with a lot of what I was hoping they did, and that was just that ease of execution. Like, any ganks are brain dead simple. Ganking for an Ashe Nautilus lane should be just the easiest thing in the world. And Nocturne has a lot of burden of carrying on him. Like, that champ needs to get ahead, and I hope we see just like a crazy full damage, like Validity Nocturne, diving in, ready to make Induced absolutely miserable this day. But they got to pull it off. The last game was completely disgusting from Clown, so they've got to be the easy favorites, especially with such a strong bot lane going into this. We'll see. I think it's a good draft from both sides.
Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree, and I would like to go back to your accessibility and ease of access on these picks, because I think that nothing is easier than pressing R and stunning 5 people on Annie.
Yo.
So I would like to see those types of setups, but Annie, as every champion does, has counterplay. And that is, can they get on top of her? Can they stop her from being able to do anything and doing her damage and getting her CC off? And they have that. They have a Zac. They have Leona. They can get on top of these champions to do damage. So I'm hoping they're able to play around that.
Yeah. So client draft is going to wrap up shortly, and we are going to take a little bit longer of a break. Just while everything's in spectator delay, just for us to get set up. But yeah, we're gonna take just a brief break, 5 minutes max, and we will be right back. Welcome back, everyone. Sorry for the little bit longer loading time. There was a disconnect, but everyone seems to be sorted out, and we're in it. Got 5 points across the board.
Pretty normal start. I don't think anyone's got really good invade, except for maybe the Nautilus hook, but not worth it. Just some poking and some dancing out of Batman this time.
We've got Paco with the BM getting his first strike gold.
Hey,
on
that's
Victor.
5 gold right there. That is 5 big gold. I lied. It was 12 gold. Worth it.
Oh, yeah, that's totally worth it. Completely.
So, let's play the game. Where are we seeing first blood this game?
I think bot lane is just going to be volatile. With the Leona, with the Nautilus, with the MF, there's going to be a lot of aggression. I say that, but both junglers are starting on bot side, so they're going to head top.
That's exactly where I was going. I think the first blood is going to happen top lane. Specifically, I think it's going to want to go on the Fiora. This matchup is so good for Fiora. Specifically because her riposte, her W, is so good into Aatrox. It can stop so many things. It can stop any of his Qs, his knockups, but it's specifically used for his chain. Anytime he chains you and it's about to pop off, you can press W, easily get out of it, and probably stun him most of the time. So it's so good on her. She can get so much damage off for free pretty much. So I'm expecting first blood top lane.
Definitely, it's the most ripe for a solo kill, I think. Just, oh, God,
wow.
I say that, but mid lane having a big trade by the Annie.
Yeah, talk about doing something easily. Annie just pressing 2 buttons and then taking off half of the Monus' HP. Already, we got some poke going down top lane. Ooh.
Yeah, just abusing those weak points going in with the E.
Absolutely. She catches her mark. She's already got a level lead on him.
Should catch up once that wave pushes in and he can catch all those minions. If he can catch all those.
Yeah, both junglers are on the top side right now. One of them's taking crab. They might catch one another.
Fight in bot lane. Leona Zenith Blades in. Nautilus has the Aftershock proc. And then Misfortune gets hooked, but Nautilus is ignited, goes down. First blood for Induced. Leona Zenith Blades in onto the Ashe. Misfortune's getting creep blocked, though, and can't follow up. Oh, but then she's in there, and Ashe has to flash away.
I don't understand why the Nautilus went back in there. Nautilus should have just backed off. They had a good trade going for the most part, and then he just free dies to Induced. Overall, such a weird trade between them.
Here comes Nocturne trying to clean everything up. Induced is away free.
Annie did back and use her TP. Demondis did try and stop her. Was not able to, though. So we've got some... little bit of a item lead. Just a Amp Tome.
Yeah, Amp Tome, not a huge deal. Demandis is just carefully farming up as much as he can, looking to get that first strike gold. He really starts coming online. Gets that first augment. Start pushing him. Got an early Roman to mid by Nautilus.
Yeah, I'm not too shocked to see that. I'm more shocked to see him stay so long. He's kind of just sitting mid, taking XP. But they are looking to set up dragons, so this might be the reason.
Okay, an early Chemtech Dragon, but Zach's jumping in. He is 4v2 though. Leona goes in. Zach's got the Aftershock proc. Nautilus is in the middle of nowhere. Got 1-for-1. Port's going down. Victor's chasing down Annie.
Fiora's in the
now
back line.
Fiora's in a bad spot. All right, Demandus gets the kill on Nocturne. Annie takes out Demandus though. Zach jumps back in. Nice parry from Fiora. Aatrox goes in there. The two of them look so similar with that skin on Zach.
I don't care how well that.
For it.
I don't care how well that play worked. I think Zach almost trolled everything by going in so early. It was 4v2. Took so much damage from the Leona. Took so much damage there, having to follow up on Zach going in way too early.
Yep.
But the play does work out in Clown Gaming favor. 4 kills.
And they go into the right places. Aatrox gets 2, Demandus now sitting on 2 kills, Induced sitting on 2 kills. That's exactly where you want the gold to go. So this is a good position to be in.
Oh, absolutely. Already, we've got a 1k gold lead down in the bot lane because of CS and 2 kills, 3 assists on 2 Induced.
That's
wave going.
Sorry, go on.
That's gonna be very strong on map, is all I was gonna say.
Yeah, that wave hitting the turret and all those minions dying while Ashe wasn't there, it's so rough. Oh no, Fiora's in there, but I don't think she can take this 1v1 versus Aatrox anymore. Yeah.
No, she cannot.
The level difference, she didn't have ult and she just got... God, but now Nocturne gets him in bot. Batman goes down. Demandus is in here, going for it. Pops the ult. Leona Zenith Blades in. Nocturne gets taken out by the Chaos Storm. Now Nautilus is here. Ashe is with him. Alright. Wisttome goes down. Demandus finally goes down. There's an exhaust on the Ashe. 1v1 with Misfortunate. And the volley finishes her off.
Such a good fight for CDU. I'm actually so glad to see that. The Timbers did so much damage there, and I'm so glad that Annie was able to get that off before she died. That helped. That was the only reason Ashe was able to win that 1v1 versus the Misfortune there, was that Timbers damage coming out.
Yeah, Tibbers doing the enhanced damage when Annie is dead was pretty big. It's just autoing nonstop.
Now, ever since the Aatrox got those 2 kills, Fiora is not able to trade with him anymore, and she's just she needs to be able to save her riposte for good moments in time, because she just took a huge chunk top lane with that 3rd Q.
Yeah, she completely missed the riposte on that trade, and so she was completely out of it. There's a nice stun on the chains. Here's the Fiora ult, and he comes up and last hits him.
That is exactly the reason why we want to see the Fiora pick. That specific interaction is so good to be able to get free stuns out, pretty much.
I would have liked to see that gold go on to... Ooh, there's a nice Ashe ult onto Demandus, followed up by the Nocturne ult and the Spell Shield on the stun zone. Really nice cross-map play, just out of nowhere from CDU.
Wow, I did not know that CDU was sponsored by Marvel, coming in, showing off their new Hawkeye TV show with that great arrow coming mid lane.
Batman's trying to solo the Annie, goes in with ult, with the Q, and there goes the Tibbers. Now she's following up, chasing him down, and running away. He might have thought he was still playing Jarvan.
Yeah, I think that he got some good damage out there, but once Annie was able to actually realize what was going on, she was just too much for him. But the ult from Leona did come down and miss them. So the flash did come out from Ashe actually. So that was pretty good usage there.
Okay. Yeah, having Ashe's flash down is big for an immobile carry. I don't know. She doesn't go Gale Force, does she? So she's always going to be immobile.
Yeah, she should just pretty much... She should go Crack in this game. But I can definitely see her picking up Shield Bow.
shield though. I mean, obviously there's some part that like people build it all purple, but
I think it's the wrong choice. Kraken's 100% the right choice, but
agree. Yeah.
I think if it happened, I wouldn't be too surprised.
Yeah, I just don't think there's that much. There's no like dive threat for Ashe. Like the Aatrox is gonna just world ender forward, and there's a fight in bot. The E goes down. There's the Nocturnal and the Ashe ult in perfect time. Induce gets blown up. Now Leona's running for it. Ashe killing, and Nautilus gets the last hit.
That is so huge and exactly what we want to see out of CDU. That is why we pick up the Ashe here, because we know they're going to be a rough bot lane. So if we're going to put pressure there, there's nothing easier to kill off of than an Ashe R.
The abusing the just the chaos. Even if you're like the most well-adjusted player, as soon as that Nocturne ult goes down, you get that like that little bit of freak out in your mind. You're like, oh god, is it coming for me? And then as soon as the screen turns red, the arrow comes flying in, the Nocturne comes flying in. Induced kind of had to have known at that point it was coming for him, since that they picked a fight right then. Oh, and here's Zac in the mid lane, and he flashes out, gets pulled back in. The kill goes to Demandus. Here's a teleport in from Fiora, and now Batman's gotta run for it. Got a weak point, Brock. Oh, and now Zac's in passive. Induced has Fiora sitting on his face, though. Demandus kills the Nautilus, and now Fiora's left on her own, and it's 4 clowns on this Hextech Dragon.
That was so good of the bot lane to roam up there. I was just about to say that I don't expect Batman to be able to get out of this at all. But then the Leona Misfortune turning up from the bot side. Great turn on them, honestly.
Cloud. Okay. Yeah, I guess Hextech and Chemtech were the first 2 dragons.
Cloud Drake, a classic one.
Nice Herald for a chunk of gold and it
did split plates among 3 of them.
Yeah.
Big dive.
Bandus gets chunked out by the Annie combo, and now Nautilus is here. He baited Annie in though, and now Nautilus is running for it, and the World Ender is running. Nocturne dives in, but does kill Batman.
That was a really gutsy ult there from the Nocturne. He ults in with 100 HP, is able to kill Batman, who was low, but that could have gone so poorly. If he dies there without getting a kill, that's rough to see. But yeah, it does work out as...
Yeah, exactly. If he dives in and Demandus just one-shots him with a Q auto, he's gonna feel kind of silly.
It is currently less than 14 minutes and 13 and a half minutes, and we have seen almost 30 kills go down in this game. It has just been non-stop action from both these teams.
Yeah, we've definitely got a scrappy one, and it's only it's a 4K gold difference for Clown. Aatrox is running down this Fiora. She used her parry earlier. She's getting hit by the Qs, but gets under turret.
Yeah, she used her parry on nothing, honestly. She missed it with the chain. She did not use it at the right time. Yep. So she just takes so much damage there. But at this point, last game, 14 minutes last game, it was a 9K gold lead.
Yeah.
Right now, it is a almost 5K gold lead, so that's a little better. And they have ways to win. The Ashe and the Annie, those two, with all those CC.
Oh, Nautilus hooks in. Zac's on the other side fighting Annie, but Induce drops the ult on both Ashe and Nautilus. Ashe burns down with the Ignite, and Induce Gale Forces in to take out the Nautilus.
A Gale Force Misfortune was not what I was expecting, but I love seeing it here because he's so far ahead. He does not need to cut down anything on the other team. They have no tank besides the Nautilus. The Gale Force is such a good pickup here, in my opinion.
Yeah, Induce seems to really like the micro capability, the dodges, the individual outplays he can get with Gale Force, and when he keeps getting those wins, it's hard to say he's wrong.
Yeah, any player who is worth their snuff, they love being able to outplay something. Looks cool on film, so not surprised here. Big fight, big trade coming out top lane, and Fiora plays it right, but she's just so far behind at this point.
Yeah, the full gourd drinker versus just executioner's calling and components. Fiora is having a rough time. The combo of the third Aatrox Q and the gourd drinker just did so much damage. Oh, there's an Ashe ult into a Nocturne ult, into a Fiora ult. She's getting those weak points, but Aatrox is healing up. He's got an easy weak point.
Jesse, oh my goodness.
God. Heals through all of it. Finally, the Tibbers comes down to get the trade back.
That was so... That was so much healing coming out of the Aatrox there.
And he had grievous wounds applied to him. Fiora has the executioner's calling, but he's still healed through it.
I was shocked. I thought that was just going to be an easy, clean. I love seeing the Nocturne ult plus the Ashe ult, so you can't see it.
Yep.
And it just works every time, except for when you can heal through every single bit of damage.
There has not been a single bad Ashe ult so far this game. They've been like completely on point from whatever corner of the map she's firing.
Absolutely. I have not seen her miss a single one. Absolute sharpshooter out here.
Got 25 seconds till Cloud Break spawns. This one goes down. We're looking at, once again, a 22-ish minute soul. Oh, flash in from Leona with the MF damage layered on top. There is nothing for Ashe to do there.
That was such a good pick right before Dragon comes up. No Ashe Nocturne combo coming out here. It's just going to be a free Dragon for Calm Gaming right here.
Yeah, there was no Nautilus, no tower. I am not sure what Ashe was doing pushed up that far. Now Demandus is running down this Fiora. He's got a 2-level advantage, and she's got to run for her life. Oh, and the laser finishes her off.
He's able to catch up to her. That's a birthday present for Victor. The Nocturne ult comes out.
The Nocturne ult, there's the Nautilus ult. Demandus is trading damage back. There's the... Oh. The gravity field was down, but Demandus burns down from... Look like an Ignite? Yeah.
The healing coming out from Jesse so much. The Aatrox picks up a kill. It was close there for a second, then he just pressed the heal button and it can't do much more than that.
Yeah, by the time the camera switched over to that end, he was already at like 20% health.
I will say, in that fight, that top lane fight, what we did not see, a missed Ashe ult. So, it turns out, not perfect.
She's human after all.
I can't believe it.
Oh, Fiora's coming up. She's 2 levels down on this Aatrox. Alright, Ashe is here. The turret goes down, but now 3 people there, and Ashe gets the shutdown.
That's gonna be pretty good on Ashe, but Calm Gaming does take Herald on the other side of the map and is pushing top with it. Actually, not with it yet, but they're pushing out top because they know that at least 3 were bot side.
Yeah, they got the inner turret on bot lane, and now they're gonna push the inner turret with this Herald, so that's 3 turrets just for Aatrox's life. Batman tanking turret. The Leona ult gets dodged, but Batman gets popped in the back. He's in his ult, Nocturne ult, but gets way too low to go in. Fiora comes in and does get that kill. The turret goes down.
Batman just kind of sprinted it. I'm not gonna lie to you, he just ran down and kind of died for free.
Nice dodge on the Ashe ult from Demandus, but now he's got Fiora running him down, Leona Zenith Blades, and Fiora's sticking on him. A beautiful bullet time shreds through 2 of them. Fiora's still running after Victor.
That was such a big ult from Induced coming out.
Yeah. Yeah, that was so much damage. Burning through 2 of them plus the Tibbers.
It was looking good for CDU there, I'm not gonna lie, but at the end of the day, too much damage coming out from the induced ult, and Fiora was just not able to catch up with Demandus' Victor there.
Yep.
I will say, the gold is getting a little far. It's a 9k gold difference. We're getting to that point where we gotta start talking. What can CDU do to come back here? If we're playing the same game as last game, we have to look for vision. And in vision turns, I see one ward on the map from them. So that worries me a little.
Yeah, across the board, their vision scores are below what Clown's bringing out, and I know it's rough to try to claw back that vision, but that's exactly what they need. They need a good, like, just surprise pick by Annie into the Ashe, into the Noct. Like, they've got the pieces, they've been playing it the best they can, but it's just missing that last little bit. Here's a Nocturne ult when the Clowns got just out of vision, so it goes nowhere.
Yeah, the Nocturne ult was trying to save the Annie, who was getting hit up a little bit. Some ults came down, but no one going down.
Flash in from Leona, gets the Zenith Blade. There's the stun field from Victor. Nautilus goes down. Batman's getting shot, but isn't dying. Now Ashe is kiting back. Leona goes for another W, but her E misses that. And everyone's walking away.
Yeah, they just used the Nautilus there, which is not really worth a lot right now. It would have been
Ooh.
That would have felt good to get. Oh, that would have felt good to get too, but they're not stopping anyone from backing. If they can get this tower, that'd feel good though.
Nope. The laser, the upgraded laser is too easy for Wave. They've got to set up for this Cloud Dragon, but they barely have any vision. There's a ton of flank wards for Demandus to come in. He's there on foot anyways. Yeah, all 5 are there. Just walking as a death ball, taking over the pit, because they don't really have anything to be afraid of.
Yeah, CDU should not be trying to 5v5 here. They should be looking for a pick with their ults.
Yep.
Annie does have flash coming up here, so she could try and make a pick with her flash. But if Clown Gaming get a front to back 5v5, they should just be able to take this over and easily take this dragon.
Annie is just sitting so far back. Like, I want to see her go behind the pit and just get a good flank. She's standing next to the Ashe, so there's not really any play other than the flash in.
The longer they wait, the worse it is for them, because they've got waves pushing in. Ult's coming out.
Okay, there's the Aatrox ult onto Induced. Fiora's there too. They're going for it. Induced goes down. Now Aatrox is in the back line, getting kited out by the Ashe with the Nautilus. Demandus gets a double kill, and Aatrox is just healing through everything the Ashe puts out, and cannot get it. That is a 5-for-1 fight. Triple kill to Demandus.
Yeah, it just felt like that fight was so split up that it was a good fight for them to split them up like that, but the Aatrox just healed through every bit of damage. He was taking on 3 people and no one could take him down. Just Induced falling for them. They're gonna be able to push out these waves. They got the soul now. I feel like they can easily transfer this into a Baron and push their lead even harder.
Yeah, I'm not sure why Ashe was solo fighting the Aatrox. When they go second item Runans, that's not made for single target damage. So her itemization was super suboptimal for that situation. So she just did not have the damage, and there's no grievous wounds between the two of them. There's a Nocturne ult just trying anything, but Demandus is much too strong for that.
Although they could look for something here. I don't know if they don't realize that no one's near them. They're trying to sneak a Baron right now. That could actually work.
Yeah, there's no vision for CDU on the Baron. Fiora's lurking around, thinking about it, but
if they can figure it out, they don't have a smite. Fiora might be able to do something if they figure that out, but
gets the vision, dives in. Induced does get the kill.
Yeah, isn't able to do it, but there's nothing else. I would have tried the exact same thing. No jungler there. You're down literally 14k gold.
Yeah, with the gold from the Baron, the gold from the bounty, the Baron buff, that was that's a play anyone and everyone should have done, even if it looks silly on camera.
Yeah, it's just it looks like you're straight running it, but you're down so much where you have to just try for something. Now, Clown Gaming is just going to try and push their vision up even further, take out this ward, which is such a pivotal ward for them, as it is their only control ward on the map. So that ward is now gone, and they're pushing in even farther into their base.
Yeah, other than the Raptors, the only wards from CDU are in the bot side jungle, completely away from anything where the action. Thank God they have that drop worded, right? Oh, Batman dives in, Nautilus is getting caught, Induced gets that kill. Aatrox is in the backline, takes out Ashe. Now Nautilus jumps in on the Misfortune, but Aatrox is just freely running through their base, and that's 5 dead for none. That's gonna be the game, I think.
Oh my goodness, Jesse did so much damage. They're absolutely blowing up the bat line with that Q2 and Q3 off the Aatrox. So much damage, and I just think the game ends here. I don't think there's a world where this game isn't just over right now.
I don't know why Induced is taking the mid turret, but it shouldn't matter anyways, because Demandus does so much damage to turrets.
Yeah, I think Induced is just trying to boost his stats.
Yeah, tower's taken.
Yeah,
Plus
this
one.
game is over.
Well,
GG.
so yeah, GG. 38 to 18 in kills, 18,000 gold difference. Really cleanly done. It looked sketchier at first than it did in game 1, for sure.
Yeah, I feel like I think there are some things that when CDU goes back and watches the film, they can point out the good parts that they had. There was such good Ashe ults, such good Nocturne ults with combination with each other. But in the end, they were not able to transition anything. They got beat in solo fights, beaten 2-on-2s, and then weren't able to transition anything after that.
Yeah, I think they needed to put at least a little bit of resources into top lane early, because you can see where the Fiora game plan was, but just eventually when that fight happened and Aatrox got 2 kills, Fiora was absolutely lost the rest of the game.
Absolutely.
And so if she had a lead before that, the entire comp just comes online, because they had such a good early game from the rest of it. The Ashe ults, the Nocturne ults, that was super on point, but once they got behind in that big dragon fight, it just crumbled from there.
100% agree, but overall, such a good series from Clown Gaming. Huge showing out of them. Easy 2-0 in under 30 minutes for both games.
Wow, was that under 30 minutes? I didn't actually look at the game time. Very cool. Well, that's another one in the books. Clown Gaming goes to 9-0. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I am once again Shot Duck here with Kills. If you want to sign off too.
Yes, thank you for having me, everyone. I am Kills. Hopefully we'll see you guys sometime soon.
Have a good night.